Hello, testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. All right, can everyone hear me? Okay, awesome. So welcome to AWE Nite Orlando for the January 1st or January 11th, 2025 AWE Nite event for Taffer Technologies. Today we're going to start off by just showing some of the AWE Nite slides. So here we go. So AWE is having their events every single year on in July for the first one. The second one is going to be in for Asia, and the third one is going to be in Europe. So AWE has 3 different events that they're going to be hosting, and if you use this code, let me actually zoom out a little bit, move the camera. So if you use this code, you'll be able to get 20% off the 30-day or the 3-day pass for AWE USA. And here are the dates. The first one being in June 10th to June 12th in Long Beach. The second one being in Asia for the August 24th to the 26th. And the third one being in Europe for November 19th to the 20th. AWE Academy, they have 2 different academies where you can go to their website and you can learn how to fundraise for fundraising courses for prepping for XR startups, and they also have a web AR workshop. Okay. And that will be it for right now. So all right. So let's see. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see the screen right now. Bad sound? Okay. All right. So if you can hear me, just type in the chat that you can hear me. So if you can hear me, just type in the chat that you can hear me. Yes and yes. Okay, perfect. Great. So Taffer Technologies is an Orlando-based technology company based here in Orlando, Florida. And our mission is to enhance the human experience through technology. The type of technologies that we use are we aim at starting off by just creating XR technology, because we believe emerging technologies like XR can help us and succeed in our mission of enhancing the human experience through technology. So we just created a Discord called XR Community Library or XR Community by Taffer Technologies. And in this Discord, if you sign up for it or if you join, then we're going to be discussing, talking about new things that are happening in the XR industry here in Orlando and across the globe. When you join this new community called the XR Community by Taffer Technologies, you'll be able to showcase your applications or anything cool that you're working on in XR. And we want to foster and create a place to bring people together in the XR industry. That's why we created it. So if you join our Discord, if you copy or paste this code, https /discord.gg/kfh8dvqe, you'll be able to join our Discord. The Discord is very new, but like we said, with this Discord, we aim to showcase and deliver foster new types of communities in the XR community itself. So what's one of the reasons why we even created the XR community? The reason why we created the XR community is because there's actually been a problem that we've seen, our team here in Orlando, that XR is still very, very new. And the adoption is coming very, very fast. As the year has come around, or as it has happened in the last year, 2024, we've seen a lot of new types of technologies in XR that have been growing. Android XR was just announced. MIT Reality Hack happened last year. Our company and our team at Taffer Technologies, we've actually launched a few XR applications ourselves, and we're trying to support in creating new types of experiences and new types of engagement in the XR community. So with an XR community Discord, we believe that if we're able to bring together as many people as possible into one place for XR, it will make it a lot easier for adoption to get discovered. So this year, our team, Taffer Technologies, is actually going to be participating in the MIT Reality Hack. And we believe that there may be some really, really exciting stuff that we're going to be showcasing at MIT. So if you also haven't already, be sure to sign up for the MIT Reality Hack live, which will be on the 23rd of January and will be ending on the 27th. So the actual event is the 23rd to the 27th, and I'll show you right now. So if you guys can see the screen, the MIT Reality Hack will be taking place this year, January 23rd to the 27th, 2025. And we believe that our team, Taffer Technologies, with the help of the new XR community that we've created in Discord, that it'll create a place where people can really discuss, engage, and learn more things about XR that they haven't before. And like I said, our team at Taffer Technologies actually aims at creating a new type of experience for XR that we think is going to really revolutionize the way people engage with XR. So be sure to stay tuned for the timeline of around January 23rd to the 27th, 2025. It's going to be an absolutely amazing experience. And if you haven't already, so can only see the XR event screen. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about that. So let me fix that. So let's fix this. Okay. It's not. Let me try again. Giving me a little bit of a hard time over here. Okay. So MIT. As well as let's see. MIT reality hack in 2024. Okay. I think I got it now. So screen share. Okay. Okay. If you guys can see the screen, please type in the chat that you can see the screen that has changed. If you can see the screen, please let me know. All right. So this is the MIT reality hack. It's an event. Okay, perfect. You can see the screen now. Great. So the MIT reality hack is an event that takes place every single year in January. And with the reality hack, it fosters so many different things. It fosters engagement in the XR community. It brings people together from all around the world to participate in creating new types of experiences that they otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to by themselves. They get connected with brand new people in the XR industry, and there's so many other great things that happen from the MIT reality hack. This year, they're having what is called the Experiential Innovation Conference, and it's taking place on January 2025. It's a whole bunch of sponsors, one of them being yours truly, AWE, and there's going to be so many different things. There's going to be technology that they're going to be showcasing, methodology, and actions that can be taken. And this is the overview of what it's gonna be. There's a lot of great people that are gonna be here. As you see here in this image right here, this is John Lee, head of US for for XREAL. I had an opportunity to meet him last year when I went for the MIT reality hack, and a lot of great other leaders. They also have a section for rising stars. So if you're, let's say, a new XR company and you wanted to showcase something for in the XR industry, you could participate in this if you sign up, and you'll be able to showcase your new things at this conference. and here's more information about it on how to apply on the website. Now, in 2025, AWE Nite aims at having a lot of great events this upcoming year. So far, last year, we've had a collection of a lot of great events, and this year is no different. So far, we are 172 members strong, and we've put on some really great events as seen in the trailer. So let me show you guys that, or let me show you about some of the past events that we've done. Oh, that's gonna be the sign in. Okay. Well, if we go back to, let's see, the media source. Okay. So in the beginning of the year, we started off with having our first event, which was the live demos and the latest in XR technology. This event was one of our first in-person events where we got people together for the XR community. Like I stated in the beginning, Tap for Technology aims at fostering new types of community in the XR community. Right? Like, we want to build community inside of the XR community because it's so big. There's so many different things that can happen in XR alone. So there's XR for healthcare, there's XR for training and simulation. And us being located in Orlando, Florida, the heart of simulation, we have some of the best hospitals and a lot of entertainment areas like Disney and Universal. It puts us in a really great position to be able to put on even better events as we continue throughout the year. So live demos and the latest in XR technology was the first one, because we wanted to showcase that, hey, XR is no longer in its infant stage as it was maybe 5 years ago when you may have tried it for the first time. We've evolved a lot since the Google Cardboard days, and now we're dealing with a lot of new types of technology. In this specific video, or in this specific event, we demoed the Quest 2, Quest 3, Nreal Lite, and the Magic Leap 2 headsets. And these are all different types of XR devices, but it goes to show you the depth and range of how far the XR community has come, or XR technology has come. Then, in July, we had the AWE Nite Author in Mixed Reality Concept Showcase, which was an event where our team built an application, a concept application for a hospital, Orlando Health. And with that, we built an application that made it possible for nonverbal patients to communicate using simple icons and buttons in mixed reality. And we had a whole bunch of speakers, and it was a great event. This was a demo of what it looked like during the event. So this is what the application looked like. It had the simple icons and buttons, and then it had a chat panel so you can be able to see what you were communicating. After that event, we had the talk at UCF Creel. This specific event, we went to University of Central Florida's College of Optics and Photonics, the place and one of the homes of where XR technology was researched and developed. So at the University of Central Florida Creel, College of Optics and Photonics, they actually are the people, and this is a school where a lot of modern XR technology is being built currently. At Creel, they deal with lasers, they deal with the optics and the waveguides that go into making modern XR technology. And it's crazy to say, but right here in Orlando, the technology that's used to make the HoloLens and the Magic Leap, it was developed right here in UCF Creel. So I had the opportunity to meet with some of the students and the faculty and ask them questions and also present to them a few different things of what we did for XR. After that event, we had the XR for Everyone Mega Meetup. This specific event was aimed at showcasing that anyone can get started with XR. And the concept behind this is that if you're a game developer, if you're a web developer, if you're a Android developer, or if you're not even a developer at all, you can get started with XR. So as you see here, we collaborated with 4 other organizations, Beginning Web Development, a very large meetup group located here in Orlando, Florida, with over 1,000 members, and they focus specifically on XR or on web technologies. But what I showed them during this specific event was that you can get started with XR if you only know web technologies like JavaScript, HTML, CSS, because what you would use to actually build in XR is using WebXR, which is a framework that allows web developers to build in XR. And for the Google Development Group, mainly builds with Java or Kotlin, but we showed them that it was extremely easy to get started, even with the skills that they have now in Unity, right? And the Indianomicon Foundation, they're responsible for putting on some of the largest game jams and hackathons in Central Florida. And a lot of people, no matter your background, whether if you're just a regular game developer, working in Unity, Unreal, and a lot of other popular game engines, you can get started with XR development because a lot of most of them support it, and that's what we showed during this specific event. We also collaborated with the Orlando Unity Devs Group, which, if you're an XR developer or not an XR developer, with Unity, Unity actually has a really good is a really great way for building in XR because it had a lot of native features that allow and make it possible for you to build in XR. Lastly, we had the Indie Galactic Space Jam, where we collaborated with the Indianomicon Foundation to host this game jam. The Indie Galactic Space Jam was actually celebrating its 10-year anniversary when we went to co-host it. And this specific event was actually a very, very cool one because we actually got to see how people can use XR in the industry of space. Whether if you work for a company like Blue Origin or if you work for a company like SpaceX, you got to see how a lot of these leaders in the space industry, because there was a lot of space companies there, how they get to use XR technology. We even had some people from NASA come over and mentor a lot of the people who were at this game jam, right? And then, kind of to wrap it up, which was for AWE Nite Orlando 2025. Let's see here. Our goal remains the same, but we want to add a few more things to help continue and foster a lot of things that are going on in the XR community. So this year we're going to be having a lot more upcoming events. There's going to be a lot of new locations that we're going to be having AWE Nite events. So it's going to be a combination of more in-person events as well as online events. But there's going to be a lot more of those, a lot more than there was this year. New collaborations and partnerships. So this year, AWE Nite Orlando has plans to collaborate with a lot more people. So you could think of some of your favorite XR companies in the industry right now, and we're probably going to be collaborating with a few of them. So that's going to be exciting to look forward to in 2025. And then we created the new XR community Discord. Now, be sure to join the Discord, because if you're inside the Discord, there's going to be a surprise that is going to be coming very, very soon from Taffer Technologies and AWE Nite Orlando. And I think it's going to be is going to be mind-blowing. So if you want to be up to date on what we have going on here in Orlando, as well as AWE Nite Orlando, and just be part of the XR community, to foster and grow the XR industry as a whole, then be sure to join our Discord. So this is the link to the Discord so you can join. And yeah. So if you have any questions, be sure to paste them in the chat and I'll just go ahead and answer them for you. Okay, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll just stay on here a little bit longer to kind of explain and share what my hopes are for this year for XR. What are my hopes for 2025 and what new products and technologies are going to be released this year for XR. So I think with the new announcement of Android XR, I think we're going to see a lot more companies, maybe like LG or Asus, maybe some off-brand companies that you wouldn't assume to be generally associated with XR, to now build XR headsets and then run on the Android XR ecosystem. So with that new announcement from Google, it's going to be a pretty crazy year because now Meta, they have competition, and they've always had competition, but they've always been the leader of it for a while now. Oh, I just got a question. How can we collaborate with you? We are currently in Kenya. Join the Discord and just send me a message. And if not, you could just also connect with me on LinkedIn. It's my name, Danny Tapia. So yeah, I think now that Meta is no longer Meta's no longer the leader for everything XR. We're going to see a lot more competition, a lot more, fight from the XR industry. I think it's going to be a crazy year. And one of the companies that I'm really looking forward to is XReal in particular, because I think now we're at a point where XR, it kind of feels stagnant. For me at least, even with the announcement of Android XR, I still think that there's not that one device other than the Meta Quest 3 that is really like, this is the one. This is the one that's really going to change the game up. Ever since Meta announced their new XR headset, it's been or the Meta Quest 3 headset and the Quest 3S, what they've done is made really great XR available for everyone. But that's it, right? That's all they did, and they have a lot more stuff coming, which is what I'm looking forward to from Meta. But one of the other crazy things also is XReal, because XReal, what they have is a pair of true augmented reality glasses. Now, despite the fact that they don't have a wireless pair of AR glasses just like the Meta Orion, I still have faith in them, right? XReal has been one of those companies that's been going on for a while now. They're actually the pair of glasses that I started to develop with earlier on, right? The Nreal Lite was the first pair of augmented reality glasses that I used to start my development journey back in 2021 or 2022. And ever since then, I've only seen them grow. They're currently on their newest pair of headsets, which is, let me pull it up for you. That is the X-Real 1. So I'll show you. Right. So this is the new X-Real 1 by X-Real. The only problem that I see with this is that it doesn't have a pair of, you know, it doesn't have any six degrees of freedom sensors, and it doesn't have a camera. So it's really just a screen mirroring device, which I guess it's cool, because one of the main features that they're selling with this specific device right here is that it has a built-in chip to be able to, it has a built-in chip right here that allows it to do 3 degrees of freedom natively on the device without having to use without having to use the app, and it's a lot faster than it would be traditionally without it. But there was one device that X-Real did come out with, and it was, let's see here. So it was the Nreal Lite. Now these glasses came out in about 2019. It was one of their first pair of AR glasses. In fact, it was the first pair of glasses that they did come out with, and it was the most advanced pair of AR glasses at the time. The thing that makes these so special, and why I feel like X-Real has a lot of potential despite where they are currently right now, is that they came out with their first pair of augmented reality glasses as a semi-affordable. They came out for around $600, and with these in particular, they had, so let me zoom in right here. These are 2 infrared sensors that allowed for 6 degrees of freedom and hand tracking. And then right here in the center is a RGB camera that allowed you to do spatial and video capture. Now, if you combine this is pretty much what you would need to have a really great AR experience, right? If you really want to have an immersive AR experience. This is very similar to what are the sensors and things that are on the Meta Quest 3, believe it or not. Despite the Meta Quest 3 having a lot more advanced sensors, they have a time of flight sensor, and they have a lot more sensors that allow to do, better and more responsive AR and /MR. But these glasses right here, despite coming out almost 5 years ago, or more than 5 years ago, these are still one of the best pair of AR glasses, in my opinion. Now, if you take the sensors that are from here and the RGB camera, and you attach it to these pair of augmented reality glasses right here, what you just did is you created one of the best pair of AR glasses in the world, literally, because the form factor, the ability to have maybe a chip right here that they have, it's like the X1 by X-Real, that allows people to be able to do AR and 3 degrees of freedom natively. And you combine this pair of glasses with 2 infrared sensors and a camera, an RGB camera. I mean, you're looking at one of the best pair of AR glasses. So this is what's pretty much the next step for X-Real before they become the dominant player in the AR glasses industry. And the only thing, another thing also is that these are wired, but if even with the wire, the form factor alone will make it one of the best. And despite that, X-Real is still the #1 AR glasses company in the world. So their competition is really not there. I mean, they're competing with other companies like Virtue, and Magic Leap is out the picture, but I mean, they're the best. They're the best as it stands right now. And for that reason, I think that's why they're kind of taking their time. But as soon as they come out with a pair of RGB cameras as well as 2 infrared sensors right here that allow it to do 6 degrees of freedom and video capture, these will probably be the best pair of consumer AR glasses. Now I'm hoping that the form factor would be, or the cost would be better than a phone or less than a phone, because currently the X Real one cost about like $500. But yeah. So I have some questions here. So, what are your thoughts on the future of AR based mobile games? AR based mobile games. Mobile. I'm not really a fan of mobile games, um, or AR mobile games. Um, I did enjoy Pokemon Go when it came out, but the one thing that always got me about Pokemon Go was the fact that you had to carry on your phone, right? I'm a bigger fan of uh, form factor. I'm a form factor type of guy when it comes to choosing my XR devices. And I think if you want to have a really great AR experience, maybe your cell phone is good for having traditional, tap on the screen, maybe hold it like a controller, and then play games like that. But when you add that camera and you add that layer of augmented reality to the device, to the mobile device, and you make it a game, you know, the real type of experience that you're really looking forward to is, you know, a pair of augmented reality glasses. Because when you don't actually have to hold on to the camera or to the cell phone, and you could just interact with your hands and play a game in AR, using your hands, I think that's really where it comes down to. Because the immersion is going to be way better when you don't have to hold the phone. Because AR games for me are like, how immersive is the experience? So the form factor really has a big effect on that. And now, Snapchat actually came out with a pair of AR glasses earlier this year too, and with their glasses, I would say that maybe X Real would be competing with Snapchat, but Snapchat, the only downside I see for Snapchat is that they haven't opened up their developer kit to Unity developers. It's mainly it uses their traditional Lens Studio, so that can be kind of a issue if you don't know JavaScript. But if you know JavaScript, then you're fine because that's what Lens Studio uses. Um, let's see. Let's see. What are the typical end users for XR currently? Professional fields or the general public? Okay, it's actually both. So, um, it's kind of a mix. So, Colonial Squid. The actual answer is 70% of all XR, the entire XR market is actually enterprise. So 70% of all XR is being currently used in enterprise. So that could be marketing, simulation and training, and other enterprise use cases. And then the other 30% is actually being used by the consumer. So you could think about Snapchat filters, Instagram filters, maybe mobile AR games, people who are just using XR for like gaming and stuff like that. But the majority of the money is actually coming from enterprise. A lot of big companies are using it to train people. It's currently being used in healthcare. XR is still, I would still say it's in its early stages, Colonial Squid. But as of right now, it's a mix of both, right? The majority is enterprise, but as the adoption for more headsets and more devices that are coming out, you can expect that to kind of balance out, and maybe the consumer market will take over the XR or the enterprise market in a very short while. Okay, so funny, we're already friends. Nice, that's good to hear. I'm a broke developer. Haha. What headset would you recommend for a budget? Man, um, so Colonial Squid, if you want to build, so if you want a really great XR headset, like your first XR headset on a budget, like best one, I would recommend MetaQuest 3S. It only costs $300, and it has all the capabilities of all, if not most, of the extra capabilities of the MetaQuest 3. And the MetaQuest 3 only cost, $500. The main difference between both of the headsets, which is, I'll show you here. So this right here is the Quest 3, and this is the Quest 3S. I'm sure you've heard about both of these, but if you haven't, the Quest 3 is one of the best pair of consumer XR headsets that you can get. It's actually mixed reality, so that means that you can do a lot of cool things with this one. I mean, mixed reality, virtual reality, and if you don't know what mixed reality is, it's a combination of virtual reality, where virtual reality is when you fully encase yourself in a virtual world, and then augmented reality, where it's like a combination of the real world overlaid with digital objects and artifacts. So that can be like, you can bring in a digital character or digital object and then have that overlaid into the real world. And that's what mixed reality is, and augmented reality. And these headsets have the capability of doing that. They both have a wide array of sensors that make it possible to be able to do it. And it's using the new Qualcomm XR2 chip. So it's pretty good. And these are a pair of headsets that you can use. All right. Where do you see T for T at the end of the year with respect to innovation like Android XR, Future XR, AI, and innovations, etc.? So this is from Mohammed Rashad. So at Tap for Technologies, we're leaning more towards the human experience. We want to be human first. I think in order to build anything great, you have to understand who you're creating it for. When we build anything at Tap for Technologies, I look at it from the perspective of how can this make a human's life better, right? And how could it make my life better? And for example, when we set out to create the Author XR project, which was a project that we created, that we launched in July, that was created for nonverbal patients. We created that in the sense where it was like, well, if I were a patient, or if I were a patient in the hospital and I lost my voice, how would I communicate? And we saw use case in it when we collaborated with the Orlando Health team, and they showed us an existing product, and we thought to ourselves, what if this was, in XR? Would that enhance the experience for the human? And when we, after doing some research and considering it, we realized that it does. And in respect to, the future of innovation at Tap for Technologies, we aim at doing a lot of really great stuff that will continue to bring and foster new solutions to problems in XR, in particularly. We believe in XR technology because despite the fact that it's an emerging technology and not a lot of people believe in it, we see a lot of different use cases for it that maybe just, traditionally before it wasn't possible. And with a lot of great XR headsets, being released every single day, what it feels like, or every other month, maybe a new XR headset is being announced. We think that the XR industry is going to really prosper, and what we're doing with our team, we're just going to keep on working and developing great stuff. Like I said, Mohammed, if you haven't already, be sure to join our Discord, because we have a lot of announcements coming on there. Colonial Squid said, what are the challenges developing XR applications? So I'd say the biggest challenges when developing XR applications, I would say it's multiple factors. I wouldn't say it's just one thing. If you ever it depends on what we're developing it on. If we're developing it in Unity, which is the development engine of choice that we mainly use most of the time, then it's switching between headsets. So like if we wanted to build an experience for the Magic Leap, and then we wanted to bring it over to the MetaQuest, they use completely different frameworks despite both being on OpenXR. And if you don't know what OpenXR is, it's a framework. It's an open framework created by the Kronos group that allows you to build or allows you to build an experience for, let's say, a MetaQuest 3 or a Magic Leap device, and then have it work with a few minor changes to the software to change the input and outputs and a few other settings to make it work across these multiple devices. I would say trying to translate the software to work on these multiple devices is where the real challenge comes in. So translation is a big one. Another one would be getting it out to the world. Like, let's say you build an application, right? We spend 8 months building an application for XR. What happens after we launch it? After we launch the application, like, promotion and marketing of the actual software is extremely difficult because, the majority of the time we're just developers, right? So do we really know how to market an app, even if the application is great? It doesn't matter how much time it took. In some cases, I know a person who built a really great XR application in 4 days, and another company, AAA company, that could build another game in 8 months to a year. But the main difference, realistically, is the marketing, right? Or outside of the actual quality of time that it took to build an experience. You can build a great experience in 4 days, and you could also build a great experience in 4 months. And it's just a matter of getting it out there is the most important thing, because you can build something great, but how are you going to show people, right? So that solution still has to be solved for XR. People have to be able to find the XR experiences easier, and that's been extremely hard lately, right? XR, there's like about a million devices. There's about a million types of experiences, but it's like, how do you find them? How do you filter through them? And we aim at solving that problem using the XR community Discord and a few other stuff that we're going to be launching this upcoming year. So, like I said, be sure to visit our Discord. So yeah. And so I guess that pretty much wraps it up. All the questions. Do you guys have any other questions? Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, just make sure you put them in the chat. If not, like I said, be sure to check out our new Discord. And this is where we're going to be having a lot of new stuff that we're going to be talking about for AWE Nite Orlando, Taffer Technologies, and a lot of other cool stuff that are going to be happening this year. And we'll be sure to share a lot of more information about MIT Reality Hack this year and future upcoming AWE Nite events that we have. So yeah, so I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining us for AWE Nite Orlando, January 11th, 2025 at 6 p.m. And I'll see you guys for the